Hey, what's up, Wildcats? Welcome to the 2023 Sing Song Prediction Show. I'm Joseph Chapa alongside my friend Sydney Varner. Sydney, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, it's been a jam-packed week of Sing Song. In case you don't really know what Sing Song is the largest a cappella singing contest in the nation, but it's arguably the most favorite tradition here at ACU. Sydney, I just want to start off with, it's the first Sing Song in the newly renovated Moody Coliseum. Thank you for the ACU men's basketball team for beating UT Austin and getting this facility. But how does it feel, and what do you think it does for ACU moving forward for this historic tradition?
Right, so I think this is kind of a full circle moment for anybody that has been in Sing Song for the past few years, right? It's been about 3 years since we've been in Moody Coliseum for a number of different reasons, and I think it kind of brings a new energy, the energy that was there, back to Sing Song, but new and improved in my mind. I feel like, renovations, fancier stage, everyone's just really ready to go, and feels nice.
Well, the energy is really going to have to amp up as tomorrow we are airing this here on Thursday. We're filming this here in Moody Coliseum in the third level. So there's 3 shows in total. We have Friday at 8 o'clock, and then Saturday afternoon at 2, and then, of course, the finale Saturday night at 8 as well. But, Sydney, enough chit-chat. Let's just dive into it. I know everyone's waiting. We'll start with the men's division. Now, I know everyone out there, you guys know I'm in the Galaxy Act. But, Sydney, I want you just to dive in, just who you got winning, and then you can kind of just dive in from there.
Right, so in my mind, and with the ACU Optimist mind as well, that we've got Gamma Sigma Phi in the top spot with their Top Gun act. So one of the things that we really noticed with this act is how clean the costumes and the set really are. That's one thing when you're getting into Sing Song, you can have great vocals and you can have great choreography, but that doesn't all tie together without a really clean look. And I feel like GSP has really achieved that this year. And their choreography is also great. Their vocals are sounding super clean. So all in all, I think GSP's got the top spot.
All right, Cindy, well, I think the great thing this year about the men's division is that there's just a lot of parity. The talk around campus is that it's a 3-way race, but I got to give credit to Sub 216. You just don't know what's going to happen Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday night. It's anyone's ball game. We know we got to bring our A game. Everyone else knows that. Right.
As of now, predictions stand for the men's category that GSP is going to be coming in first. Galaxy is taking the second spot, and Frater Sedals will be coming in third. But, like Joseph said, it really is a 3-way race, so who knows how Saturday night's going to turn out when that's announced.
Well, Sydney, let's transition to the women's division. I know there's really just a lot of talk, and maybe it's a 2-way race, but again, there's just a lot of parity going on, and I think it's not only just good for this prediction show and kind of the meat and bones of it, but it's really just good for ACU as a whole, just really showcasing that there's a lot of clubs here on campus that have what it takes to win a sing-song act. Let's just go ahead and hear your rankings for the sorority division.
Right, so like you were saying, it's kind of it's a really, really close race. As of right now, we've got Sigma Theta Chi coming out on top, first place, Kojo Chi coming in second, and Gata coming in third. But I have to say, between Gata and Delta Theta, it's a real toss-up. They're both really on an even playing field there. So
what are your thoughts on Delta Theta looking to repeat? They've had a really great kind of overall school year. Of course, last year they won Sing Song and they won the homecoming float, so they have a lot of momentum. What can they do to kind of repeat in your eyes?
Right. I think Delta Theta just really needs to bring their energy. So right now, Gata's coming out on third because they've got really creative set and a really creative costume. But their vocals, their choreo, they're really even. Yeah. So I think Delta Theta really just needs to bring the hype, if you will, and I think that could shoot them up into the top 3.
And everyone knows, everyone's talking about it, Sigma Theta Chi versus Kojo Chi. It's kind of like that little LeBron Jordan debate. It could go really either way. You have 1A, 1B. What is going to separate and who is going to win in your eyes in that, and what's going to be the different factor?
Right. I think the factor between the Sigma Theta Chi and Kojo Chi is going to be how clean their act turns out. So they've got great vocals, they've got great choreo, great sets. It's all very creative, but I think it's going to be in the execution. So from what we've been seeing, Sigma Theta Chi is coming out on top with really crisp vocals and really crisp choreo, and Kojo Chi is almost there, but it's just not quite as clean as it needs to be.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have to see come showtime. And finally, in the class division, Sydney, just go ahead and give your rankings for that.
Right. So as of right now, we've got the freshman act, the Wizard of Oz freshman act, coming out on top. Seniors in a close second, with the freshman Jonah act taking third. And like you were saying earlier, again, it is another really close race between those 3.
And just to highlight the freshmen really quickly, this is, I believe, the second year with the freshman draft kind of installed here in Sing Song. I mean, you have Jonah and the Whale, you know, for those Bible scholars out there, you're really going to love that act. But you have Wizard of Oz. I mean, who doesn't love Wizard of Oz? I mean, if you're a judge out there, you're trying to pick between, okay, which freshman act, purple or white, what's going to be the different factor? Kind of like the women's division.
Right. I think it's going to be the creativity and also how much detail they get put into it. So both of those acts are really creative ideas, but when you're looking at them side by side, Wizard of Oz has a costume change. It has 4 different costumes. It has the classic songs that you would know from the Wizard of Oz itself. So there's just a little bit more detail that kind of amps that creativity up compared to Jonah and the Whale.
And the seniors, they're just trying to go out with a bang. I know you are trying to go out with a bang, just kind of get that score out, kind of like you're bowling. But just kind of highlight, you know, the seniors going up against sophomore juniors act, kind of combining those. You have up, you have bowling. I mean, everyone knows what those 2 acts are.
Right, absolutely. So I think, like you said, I am in the senior act, so I will say. But the bowling act, I think they were really just looking for something fun, something that hasn't been done before. If you look at the costumes, they're really just kind of goofy, kind of entertaining. The up act as well, I think, is something that they're really letting their creativity shine through. Like you said, those costumes are really wonderful if you've gotten a chance to see them. But yeah, it's a tight race between all the class acts. I'll stop what I have to say right there.
No, right on. And again, folks out there watching, those are the predictions for Sing Song 2023. Last couple thoughts, Sydney. I mean, this is shaping up to be, well, from what I'm hearing from my sources out there, that this is going to be a historic Sing Song. It's going to be really great. It's also in memoriam to Bob Hunter. Just talk about how everything's coming, like you said. I really liked what you said, kind of that full circle moment here for Sing Song in 2023.
Right, absolutely. Well, we're getting back into the ACU way of Sing Song. You know, the last couple of years have been a little bit different, and they've adapted really well. But I think it's kind of ACU's time to shine and bringing their traditions back home where they belong. As for Bob Hunter, I think it's important to note that during the Moody renovation, the Sing Song stage is now named the Bob Hunter Sing Song stage. And so it's going to be really great to finally get to use that stage in honor of Sing Song's founder.
Well, this is shaping up to be a great Sing Song. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Chapa, that's Sydney Varner over here alongside me. Thank you all for tuning in. And again, Friday night at 8 o'clock here in Moody Coliseum is the first showing. Then you have 2 on Saturday, 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. all here in Moody Coliseum. If you want tickets, go to acustupro.com/tickets. You can get your Sing Song tickets there. Support us, support the Wildcats. Thank you to everyone producing this, ACU TV, The Optimist, the JMC Network, and of course, Student Productions as a whole, and really ACU as a whole. So again, signing off, Joseph Chapa, Sydney Varner, and go Wildcats.